This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice. This is I Live.
Yo, what up? This is Spesh1.
This is Spesh K.
Hot Rock's motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking
Records radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio.
Check him out, man.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up? It's your host Maloney in the place to be, Breaking Records Radio, and I got a very special guest on the phone with me right now. We've been meaning to get this in for a little while. We got the West Coast legend, Mr. Ras Kass, on the phone with us.
Hey, Brent, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you been doing?
I'm great, man. Just dealing with the government shutdown and and the rain. It's cold.
Yeah, it's fucked up that your government's still shut down, man. Have you had to do any traveling while that's been happening?
I actually I think I was gone before it shut down. I think. I was gone. I went to Europe. Well, actually, before that, I went to Australia. I had some shows in Australia, and so I was gone for 3 weeks. And then me, LG, and Shabam Sadiq, and my man Focus and Shades of Brooklyn, we all went to Europe. We did like maybe 6 cities for another 3 weeks. So yeah, man, I was gone. I didn't get back until like right before Christmas.
Oh shit!
It was shut down already.
It was shut down already. So how is it even trying to get into the country like that?
You know what? I didn't pay much attention. It was pretty much the same. I mean, because I'm not, Trump doesn't like people of color, but I already have a passport.
Yeah.
So I was good already. I already say American, so I just walk up and they can tell by the Dodger hat.
Yeah, man, and you guys were just out in Europe, Australia. You were in Australia right before the Europe thing too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh
Yeah.
man, staying on the road. And you were with Ed OG too. Salute to Ed OG. Me and him actually did a track like 3-4 years ago, but Boston legend right there. I'm waiting to get an interview in with him as well too. So when I seen you guys are on the road, I'm like, man, I wish these two could call me right now together.
Oh, that would have been awesome, man. Nah, he's I'm a big fan of his, and then I'd met him a couple of times, but you really get to know people on the road. So I really, it was a pleasant surprise. A lot of times they say don't meet your idols, but nah, man, he's an awesome human being, man. I had a blast.
That's dope, man. So I guess that was the first time you ever met him then too, eh?
No.
Okay.
Before. I've had a couple of shows that it's legendary in Boston. I can't think of the place, but I've opened up for him at least once. So I met him. I feel like I met him like twice, but I didn't break bread and hang with him. So that's the first time I actually got trying to have an extended period of just chilling out. He's super cool.
Yeah. And you guys got any joints in the works after your tour together, or is that on the hush?
I guess he didn't tell me I could. So yeah, he's got a project. So I just hopped on something recently with him, and then we decided. I guess the chemistry was so cool. They did an EP. He Focus and Shabam called "Recognize Your Power," which was kind of what the tour was about. I featured on that record, but we're doing that whole project. They added me in, so I'm going to be another MC on part 2. So we're actually headed back to New York in a couple of weeks to record a group project with all of us.
Oh,
so a collective. It's just going to be dope.
Say word, eh?
Yeah, man.
That's dope.
Like I said, the chemistry was really good. I already knew Shabam Sadiq. That's my brother, but meeting Focus and meeting Edo, man, they're like really, really good people. So yeah, we making a run for it, man. We having good times making some good hip hop.
Oh man, that's so dope. I can't wait to hear that. And
yeah, I think it'll be dope. I'm G.
That's like a common trend with you though. Like you do a lot of group projects as well. So like, and I did kind of want to get into some of the groups you've been a part of, but like what is it about doing group projects with groups of individuals opposed to solo that? Because like I feel like you're a person who almost enjoys doing the group effort more so.
No, I mean the truth of the matter is I was never in a group. So I mean I kind of created my first group, which was Western Hemisphere.
Yeah.
That fell apart. So that was really as a kid. Exhibit was around that time, and then we met to Fear. So then we kind of made another group, which was, Exhibit was already in it. He was part of a clique. He was Liquid Crew. And Fear was Hobo Junction. But I would always come across people that I like genuinely and kind of glue that together. So I met Exhibit and then met to Fear and was like, and peeped that chemistry. So I'm kind of a group creator.
Okay.
I never had a group. But unfortunately, and even then with the Horsemen, like, we were the first super group, but again, that's kind of like me picking. Everybody else was part of the clique.
Yeah.
Dogtown, Wu-Tang, the Fugees, and then me kind of being like, well, I like this chemistry, and you guys are my friends, so why don't we do shit together? Because I never had a clique. And unfortunately, the first 3 of those groups never got off the ground. So the only group things that really have actually came into fruition, really, I'm trying to think. There's really none.
The Jamo Gang.
This might be the first one. I've done
Jamo Gang.
I've done, one, like, me and a producer vibing off each other, me and Apollo Brown.
Yeah.
Got that done.
That Blasphemy album's incredible, too.
Yeah, the Blasphemy.
But you guys did Jamo Gang.
That done. Huh?
Jamo Gang as well, though.
Sorry. Well, and that would be our first thing that we actually got done. Yeah, as a group, me and J-Mo. So me and El Gant and 57. We got the EP done, and the album is actually we did the EP, and now this will be our first time really getting the album out. So we haven't even put out an album. We only put out that EP, which was free.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
I got that on vinyl too. That's a dope album. Or sorry, EP.
Well, thank you for it's the EP. Yeah, thanks for the EP. Nah, the album is, obviously we felt like we did a good job, but the whole thing is to push yourself and make it even better. So the album, the JMO album, we are really looking forward. We were talking earlier today about just finishing up. Like, literally, all I have to do is one more verse, and we're just really excited. The album's dope, really, really dope. 57 just came with the beats, and conceptually, we just got it's dope. It's all, I always like I said, I like good people and talented people, obviously, and they just bring different chemistry. Working with those guys brings out a different part of my personality, which I'm sure that happens. The same way I probably bring different parts of their character out. And, that's the whole experience, man. Like, you can make so many different things with just one ingredient. Like, you can make, you can take dough and you can make cake, you can make bread, you can make naan, you can make pie. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all different kinds of ingredients making all this different shit as we connect with each other.
Dope, man. And so, do you guys is there like a set date that we can expect a new JMO album?
Well, I don't want to jump the gun, but fuck it. I'll put it out. So we'll be the second group signed by Fat Beat.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So obviously the first one is Master Race and Marco Polo.
Yeah.
So we're doing JMO Gang's album will come out through actual Fat Beat Records. So we're just executing that. And we want to turn the record in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we definitely going to be out before summer.
Oh, yeah. Dope. Real dope. And I know you said in an interview too that Primo kind of was the one who kind of got you guys together for JMO Gang, right?
Yeah, I think he's an emotional, leader. He's our connective tissue.
Yeah.
And kind of mentors. Gives us advice. I definitely appreciate him.
Can we expect any Primo on the album?
We don't know. We just gotta hold on and wait and see. Let's see what happens. Word up, man.
And that's actually something else I wanted to ask you too, because me personally, Primo, he's my favorite producer of all time, and I still haven't got the chance to interview him, but it's coming. But yeah, I'm a Primo fanatic. So one thing I was kind of wondering too is like, how did you and Primo initially link up? Like, was Golden Child the first joint you guys did?
For me, solo, definitely. I don't I was fucking around on something before, but he knew me before I had a record deal. He knew me through Wino and Coolio. So I was like a young boy. Yeah. So Wino and Coolio. Wino was Coolio's producer. Wino was my big homie from my neighborhood. You know, triple OG. And Wino would bring me out. They just bring us out. Like, you know, he believed in me. And, you know, when Coolio did as well. So I remember meeting Premier, like probably 1995.
Oh, shit.
Like that. Yeah. So then I got my deal. So I was able, and honestly, would be, like Guru was always like a cool big brother, man. And like when I go to the city, like, cause I had my deal, and then I was traveling on my independently. I wasn't always going with Wino and them anymore. And yeah, I went through all whatever, you know. I probably met Premier in '94, something like that. Whatever. Him and Guru.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you know me, and then I finally had my deal. And I was like, you know, this is my bucket list. Like, yo, I need you. He's super, you know, his waiting list is ridiculous. So,
I've
like,
heard that.
I got you. And then, my budget was fucked up. So I was like, I'm going to get you next time because I really, you know, it's my bucket list. And then, second album, I have my money together. He's like, yo, it's going to take a minute. I got this. I'm already committed to it. I'm like, I totally get it. And then, it didn't happen, but I had the Dre shit. My whole thing was like Premier and Dre on the album. Like, nobody had done that. I'm
yeah,
like, no.
I remember you saying that in actually the Vlad interview that you did too. That you wanted to. Didn't you initially say you wanted to get that whole album produced by those two?
Well, my goal was to at least have them work together on one track.
Yeah.
At least I didn't have no budget like to create that, but my whole thing was if I could get them to sit in, and I'd be the first. I mean, they've done it since now.
Yeah, because they did it on Games Joint.
Yeah. So it was like my idea. I put it in the universe, and then, you know, oh boy, fucking reap the benefits. But, yeah, but, no, I finally had my budget and was ahead of the curve and got my booking in, and he was ready. So Golden Child. So Golden Child was the first time we actually officially did something for me. But I feel like I would be in the studio with like MOP and Bumpy Knuckles and fucking Guru, and I would like do a little hook thing or some shit, and either didn't make it or whatever. But I would be around a lot. I would be at D&D when I was in town and go, you know, kick it, period.
So you would have been there during
like
some of like the...
Man, they always showed me a lot of love, especially me being an outsider from LA. Like,
yeah.
Cream and Guru, all of them, they just always showed me super love.
Oh, man, that's dope. And so that would have been what for... Because you were supposed to put together the Golden Child album, right? And then the label ended up shelving it.
Yeah. That was like 2001.
And then so that's what Golden Child initially would have been for, right? Because the only version I've ever been able to find is that K-Slay mixtape version. Like, I've never found a clean version of that joint.
Of the Golden Child?
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. No, we even made vinyl because it was supposed to be the first street single. We were supposed to even shoot a small budget video for it.
Yeah.
My undoing was that they found out that I had a Dr. Dre record again, and then they completely reversed course and decided to wage my life over Dr. Dre again. And Dre was in my corner, which was, he heard the whole album. He was like, this Premier shit is dope as fuck. And then I had a Scott Storch record that was crazy, and I had a High Tech record that was crazy.
You even had a Kanye record on there, didn't you?
What happened? What?
You even had a Kanye record on there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a Kanye record too. Yeah, I had a dope Kanye record. So we didn't really see that as a single record. It was a dope ass record. It could have been. It was dope. It reminded me of like Jay-Z's All I Need, the type of production style that he did. It was super dope. But we had a plan about how we were going to market the record, and then the company found out that I had a Dr. Dre record, and it turned into groupies and reverse course, and that's how the whole fight started. And then because we couldn't get Dr. Dre to clear the record without me clearing the record, because they hadn't paid for it. It was just something he was doing to bless me. They couldn't force me to put the record out because they hadn't paid for it. It was literally a favor.
Yeah.
And then they decided they wouldn't put my album out because they were mad at me for me holding them accountable for the plan that we had to market. It was really a blessing, and it was a curse. It was a blessing. That was a curse. Like, honestly, it was a gift and a curse. It's crazy. Like, with all these amazing records, obviously they were just being groupies because they didn't give a fuck about the Kanye record. But I didn't have a Kanye record. Whatever, I had my own record that Scott Storch did. Scott's blowing up. I had this dope ass high tech record with me and Pharaoh.
Oh man,
I had a great album. Later, while I was incarcerated, Paul Rosenberg would even write me and tell me, how much, the record was holding up. He wrote me in like 2004, like, yo, this album is really, it's still a dope ass record. Like, you really killed this record.
Oh,
but
man.
my company just didn't have a vision. They just didn't have a vision, and they decided to destroy my career and my record because they couldn't get Dr. Dre to be the first single when we had already agreed on the single and we had already pressed the vinyl on the Golden Child, which was the single. So it was just whack, corporate whacking.
Oh man, and then that's what led you were in an 8-year lawsuit with them after that to get out of the deal too, right?
Yep.
Oh man, shit. Do you still have those joints, or are all those masters like owned by? Does the label got all that shit?
No, I have the majority of them. My A&R, who actually the one who leaked and let them finally hear the Dr. Dre record. He has the Kanye record. Initially, he was going to give it to me, and then all of a sudden, he got very stingy about it, which I don't, at the end of the day, if he tries to put it out, even if I die, he's got to pay my kids. I don't really know what that's about, but whatever. People are weirdos.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the only one I don't have is the Kanye record, which it was dope, and I wish I could get it. I might reach back out to him and see if he's interested in letting me have it. Because what I like doing is, kind of putting out, the older stuff. It's just content, and at least you get a window of where my brain was at, and I get a window. It's a time capsule for me to see. Oh, this is where I was at, and then there's certain songs that didn't make the album. So it's kind of nowadays, I can show you like, well, we were working on these two, and this kind of almost was going to be the album, so you kind of see behind the scenes type shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do Golden Child that way. Probably in 2019. If not, it'll be 2020. So that'll probably be. Yeah.
Dope. Because that's actually what I was gonna follow up and ask is if you ever planned on releasing any of the material if you had it. But that's dope. That's real dope.
Yeah. Nah, I'm definitely gonna do it. It'd be great to have a Kanye record, and then I just got the files for some records me and Battle Cap were working on, like the reels. My homegirl had them. I forgot. So my homegirl got these reels of these songs that me and Cat were working. So I get to show some behind the scenes. Like, I'm just gonna mix them and leave them as is, or maybe if there's no hook, or put a hook on them. But I haven't even heard them yet. I just know what's on the reels. I vaguely kind of remember the song. So, it's a journey. It's just like I said, it becomes these. It's kind of like when you go look at an old picture, like, oh, nah, we were doing this when that happened, and then you're like, no, I had on a blue shirt, and then you look at the picture and you're like, oh, no, I didn't. I had on an orange shirt, had a stupid haircut, whatever. So I get to look back and, kind of enjoy the journey, the time capsule. So now I'm definitely gonna do it.
Oh man, that's dope. I can't wait to hear some of that stuff. And so with that being said too, though, like you just named Battle Cat, Preem, Dre. You've also had production from like Easy Mo B, Jazzo, High Tech, like you named, Kanye. You've worked with Apollo Brown. Like, do you have a producer? Like, do you have a favorite producer to work with?
No, I don't. I mean, my top. My tops are always, just as from the child I was to, the grown up I am now. I'm a Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre premier kid, but there are so many people on my list of amazing producers that I still have. Some I haven't worked with, some I'm working with now, so it's kind of amazing. So looking forward to, I'm working on Solo Nights 2 now. So that's kind of opened the doors for me to work with some of the people I hadn't worked with before.
Yeah.
And this is going to be pretty special for me. It's kind of come full circle. That I wasn't sure if I could ever do a Solo Nights 2, but I think we really did. Like the shit will. Got dope out.
Oh man, that's gonna be dope too. And you guys got the Soul on Ice 3 joint produced by Apollo Brown as well too, right?
Right.
And
yeah,
that
original.
And that's because the Diamond D remix is technically Soul on Ice 2. Is that why you called it 3?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So it's actually called Soul on Ice Q. So the Apollo's is Soul on Ice with a small 3.
Yeah.
So Q is mathematically. So yeah, Soul on Ice Q. Yeah. So yeah, the remix would be the second. The Soul on Ice Q, and then the album is Soul on Ice 2.
Oh man.
Yeah. So try to do it mathematically so it made sense, but I know it kind of like, well, why is it Soul on Ice 3? I'm like, because the original Soul on Ice.
Yeah. No, actually. As a fan, it took me a little bit to comprehend it too. I'm like, Soul on Ice 3. I'm like, what am I missing here? And then like, you know what I mean? After like a day, I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, because the Diamond D remix, obviously yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It made sense after, but yeah, at first I was a little confused. But you know what? I like that too. I like when, that's one thing I think is missing a lot in hip hop now is kind of like, some of the mystery to shit. Like, when you cop a CD, like, like, I don't know, like you're older than me, obviously, but like I remember when I copped like The Infamous by Mobb Deep, right? And there's like Shook One's Part 2 on it. And you're like, well, where's Part 1? That wasn't on Juvenile Hell, right? Like, because, here in Canada, we weren't getting, like, the singles like that either, right? Like, especially in the town I grew up in. So, like, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I kind of miss that, like, mystery kind of to hip-hop. You know what I mean? Like, the shit that makes you as a head, like, have to go dig and search and research and kind of figure out the missing links and stuff. So I kind of think that's dope how, like, you have that, how that came together, how you have Soul on Ice 3 and it's good, or Cubed, I guess, right? And then it's going to be on Soul on Ice, too. I just thought it was kind of clever. I like the way you presented it.
Thanks, man. Yeah, and Apollo, he blessed me. He, like, flipped it.
Yeah.
He killed it, and then...
Oh, yeah, he killed that.
And, I Am 3 having, Infamous Mob, help me on the hook. So, it just became a little more inclusive. It's more, just something, a celebration of the journey is what it was.
Yeah.
With like-minded people I got a lot of love and respect for to help me out on the journey, and then and then moving into this album that I think is going to hopefully as far as MCs and lyricists and setting a bar, that's the goal. And even musically, I just think we did some really cool stuff. I think it's an ill record. I'm literally mixing, just final mixing now for the most part, and waiting on one feature, which he's getting it done for me. He said I've seen him. We've been in the studio, so he's getting it done, and I'm just looking forward to that too, man. It's just, it's been. They always say peaks and valleys, so even in the valley part, sometimes it was a lot of fun. Sometimes it was really stressful, but right now I'm just feeling like we go, getting up to some peaks. It's getting a lot more fun and easier, and sucker free, and enjoying, and just really enjoying the music, man. So and enjoying, we got rid of a lot of the negative energy around. So being able to be around El Gon,
yeah.
Diamond D, and, Exhibit, and just, Killer Priest, I'm around people, my homies and shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
But, so you guys also, I'm looking forward to that album, man. And do you got a release date you got planned for that?
We definitely don't want to double dip, so my goal would be that, a month and a half to 2 months before JMO Gang.
Okay, word.
Before or after. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get JMO Gang done first, and then whichever one. I definitely would like late second quarter
Yeah.
is what I'm looking for. So I'm honestly, we're turning in both of these projects around the same time. I'm just ready to, I'm ready to go, man. I'm ready to like
Just hammer everything out.
hit it.
Dope, man, dope. And so you just got the new 7 inches in too, right? The special editions.
Yeah.
What were those?
Yeah.
Is that for the Soul on Ice 3 single or?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a B-side that he's an ill cat out of New York on it. He did the B-side, so I'm featuring myself. So yeah, we made this its own thing. This was just more of these songs won't be on the album. So
Word.
Yeah, so this is just a prelude to like the album's coming. So I kind of wanted to make it its own thing, this particular Apollo record and this particular only thing, because I didn't want anything to sound. What Apollo did was awesome, and this was more of an announcement for the album. Maybe on the what do they call it, like extended, deluxe edition. Maybe I would add them. But so it's its own thing. It's just like these collectors things. I kind of wanted to do some shit like Stan Lee, man. Honestly, like if he signs it or if the comic is in a good condition, you mail it in and they give it a rating and certified and say it's official. So we only made a certain amount, and then we made these stick seals that go with it because it's a poster. So then I sign it, I number it, and I address it to whoever ordered it, and it's a seal, and then it's this vinyl with a poster.
That's dope.
And it's its own living thing. So that's what we did for it.
That's real dope, man. I like that. Not enough artists do that kind of stuff either. I think that's real cool. How can people order that?
Oh yeah, you can go to fucking long as fuck, but Black House Records Inc. INC .com and then / The Leaks.
Okay.
That's what it's called, The Leaks. This is Solo Night 2, The Leaks.
And it's what is it? 500 copies total that you got?
Yeah, 500.
Word.
I think we're at we're almost at the end of it now. I think I got like another 50 or 60 to sign.
Oh shit.
And then we're out of here. But I mean, shit. If you can grab one, it's been fun, man. Like, yeah, it's awesome. Like, they look super cool, man. I've enjoyed it.
Oh man, I gotta grab one of those before you're out.
That part was a headache, but
yeah, right. You gotta do them in like sessions of 50.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I've got it done now, so I'm like, I can breathe easy. But nah, man, it's definitely cool. And then I know I'm gonna do vinyl for Solo Night 2, so it's like I'm gonna like put them all together. Like, I might even frame like all three, like Solo Night, IP, this, and whatever. So it'll be my own little plaque. It's my journey. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm proud of the hard work.
Oh man, that's dope, yo. That's real dope. And since speaking of Apollo Brown as well too, because he produced the Soul on Ice Cube record, Blasphemy. It's probably my favorite project by you, hands down. I would have to say. The pocket you guys got into on that album is just like that album was my soundtrack for like 2015.
Oh man, thank you.
Like I love that album. Everything like How to Kill God, Animal Instinct, Strawberry, Deliver Us from Evil. Humble Pie is like that's like one of my favorite hip hop joints of the last 10 years.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I love that. So I was just curious, like, can we expect you and Apollo to do another Blasphemy in the future sometime?
Yeah, man. I mean, I would speak for him. I know we've always, we've discussed it, and I'm sure if I'm alive and he's alive, we'll get to it.
It'll happen.
I never try to like rush it. So when it's supposed to happen, it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And congrats to him. Like him and Joel's album did like phenomenal.
That album was great.
So,
yeah, that album was awesome.
I think he's enjoying that. He's having his Miller time right now. They did some really good numbers, which is awesome. We'll cross that bridge. I'm sure it's gonna fall on top of us at some point.
Dope, man. And how did you guys link up to begin with?
Oh, he called me. He just called me out the blue, man.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he's like a regular human being, man. He just literally fucking called me. He's a funny guy. So, yeah, nah, like, we had, you know, I knew of him, but I didn't know him. And he just called and we texted, you know, I thought he was going to ask, you know, if I wanted to jump on a record or something. So, I mean, I was already prepared, like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And, he was like, would you be interested in doing a project? I was like, would you? Yeah. Because I had never done just one producing project. So I was open to it. He was the right guy. He was the right person. And it was very easy. Like, it was a very easy process. So
yeah, the vibe you guys captured on that album was like, yeah, just perfect. Like, did you do that album in a short period of time? Like, did you guys like link up in the studio and just knock it all out? Because it has this like perfect cohesiveness to it.
Oh yeah, no, we well, he sent me beats. He sent me like a couple of crop of beats, but I basically lied to him and told him I would write to him. But I actually wrote to him, and then I was just going to the studio and record them, so I was really geeked, like I was feeling good about it. So after the second crop of beats, I came back, and I was just like, bro, I kind of wrote to these shits. I already recorded them, and I was like, I'm really happy with these. Here's the name of the album. And then he was like, fuck it, I'm flying out. Then we just knocked the rest of them down. It was very easy. Like, it was really fun, man. Like,
oh, man.
Yeah. So yeah, he was sending like 3 beats at a time, but it was like kind of crazy because the first, he sent me 3 and I recorded all 3 and I never do that. And then he sent me another 3 and I liked all 3 and that never ever happened. And then I was like, let me get this dude out here. So then he just came to stay to my house, and then we stayed for like 2 weeks, and it was like easy.
Oh man.
Yeah, very easy process with Apollo. Yeah, man, it was fun.
Yeah, because that album, it has this cohesiveness to it that like I almost felt like you guys did just plug in and just kind of. It didn't sound like send back and forth over the internet shit. Like it has this perfect kind of. Yeah, just this perfect glue to it.
Yeah, I mean, ironically, he just found the right thing, and then and he just happened to have the right tone for where I was at. I mean, I think he finds that with everybody he works with, man. That's a testament to his talent.
Yeah.
So it was just dope that where I was at, emotionally, or mentally, or spiritually, it was just the right shit, and yeah, man. And then when he got out here, it was just even that much easier because we could just sit around and like,
yeah, really just click
what
in.
do you think about this? And I'm like, well, I want this sound effect here. And now, like, we just fucked around, me, him, and my homeboy Twiz, a producer in his own right. He's done, he did like 2 songs on Evidence last album, but Twiz, Twiz runs his own studio, so he was kind of working as the engineer in this particular situation. But it would just be me, Twiz, and Apollo. Like, it was just fun, man. We got her done.
Word, man. And the joint you guys did with Price, did you actually link in the studio with Price for that, or was that just kind of like a send over the internet?
Sean did 2 songs. We didn't use it, which I thought he should have used it on the album, but we did. I sent Sean 2 options, and Sean did both options.
Oh, word.
Yeah, man, I love Sean for that. So.
Oh yeah, because the Impossible Dream didn't end up on the album, did it?
Exactly.
Yeah, word.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I sent that to Sean, and fuck, that's so funny. I was on a date with this chick watching fucking oh my god, Frozen with a chick trying to get some ass. Hilarious. And then Sean hit me like, yo, you gotta hear this shit. I killed both of these motherfuckers. I'm like, word. So nah, man, I wish, but by then I had laid my verse for Drink Irish and Impossible Dream, and I had sent it to everybody else. I sent it to Sean first, and then I sent it to Slane and Stick Jack, and And Sean got like immediately, like it was like crazy. Like a day later, like he had that shit, both of them knocked out. I was like, yo, I love you, bro. Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah. He got busy, bro.
Man, rest in peace, Sean P. He was one of the nicest, and nobody had the wit that he had on the mic.
Great human beings, my brother. He's actually on. I didn't try to like over promote it, but they're on the B side of the vinyl, the 7-inch. There's some audio.
Oh, word! He's on the B side of that.
Of Sean talking, some shit where he summed it up, and I was like, I forgot that he had kind of said some shit that really. The song's called Featuring Myself.
Yeah.
And he had said some shit in an interview, and I was like, you know what? I can't really say it better than Sean, so fuck it. So Sean kind of says what a lot of us artists feel sometimes is really dope. So he's going to live on no matter what. I always make sure, whether it's a shout out, I want it like just him talking shit. I throw him on records, man. That's my goal. I will continue because just knowing him, he was a funny, honest human being, man. Like, a lot of my friends, a lot of us think the same of each other as artists, but as far as just as homies, like, I'm like, dude, you're a funny guy. Like, you say shit and makes me laugh. Like, he was definitely one of those people that, like, he would be dead serious, but to me, it was comedy, and he was, like, a thug, like, super thug.
Yeah.
So, it wasn't like he was pussy. He would just
say... he wasn't to be played with.
Out and would say this shit, like, I know you mean it, which makes it funnier.
Yeah.
And he had me dying like you are an idiot, bro. Like, so yeah, that's my guy, man.
That's the one thing I loved about. That's the one thing I loved about Price is a lot of times, like, he just rap about smacking rappers and shit.
Oh yeah, man. He was totally would do it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, like not yeah. That. The only time I met Price was after I held a Skeletor show in Toronto, and I was on mushrooms and smoked a blunt with the guy, and he was just fucking hilarious. I was out of my mind, and he was just making me laugh my ass off.
Yeah, man, that's his whole get down, man.
And he's super cool too. Like after headlining a show, he just comes at and hangs out front of the club. He's like, "Yo, who got weed?" And just stood out there and hung out with everybody for like fucking an hour and a half in the fucking cold, like.
That's him, man. That was him all day, man.
Yeah, man. And I got a lot. I could go on for hours talking to you about stuff, but we'll wrap it up because, the show's only an hour long. But I would love to get you on the show again in the future when you're putting out one of these other projects and talk a little bit more if you're up for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Dope, man. Before we finish it, there is one last thing I did want to ask you about, too, because you had the opportunity to be on the Stretch and Bobbito show while they were still in existence, did you not?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Like, and I've never been able to find that freestyle, but like, what was it like to be a part of like such a monumental movement in hip hop? Because if you look at that show, really like projected some of the greatest.
Pressure. Nah, like honestly, first of all, East West, a lot of people wasn't even invited. So you had to be invited, and then the pressure was on to like make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's the mecca, So to get on Stretch and Bobbito and to do a good job where they wanted you to come back and fuck with you, that was my I had finally accomplished that in LA, and then the hard, it was like I'll have to make New Yorkers respect me, because they started this shit, and nah, man, I feel like at least I was on twice. I know one time it was me and Cannabis, but the first time I'm not sure who I was on with. But
shit, you know what? Man. Now that you say that, I have heard the one with you and Cannabis on it. That's the one where he talks about like I can't remember how his verse goes, but he's on some crazy like space like. Out of this world shit, but yeah, I have heard that one actually. Now that you say that,
yeah, and then the first one, like, I just remember spazzing out and like definitely feeling good, feeling like okay, and then treat me like okay, Rad, you dope, we fuck with you. I'm like okay, great, with that kind of pressure. So yeah, man, it was legendary then. You don't realize, just to be in it mentioned in that sentence how much it means later on, but just back then, scared to death. Like, just did not want to be whacked. But,
Yeah.
I knew
You get the butterflies before you go up?
I knew I'd done my work. I put my 10,000 hours in, so I went there to show and prove, and I showed and proved. To this day, they still show me a lot of love, and, the goal is to keep working hard and keep putting in another 10,000 hours.
Yeah. Word, man. And did you see the documentary that they put out, too?
I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you got to watch that, man. It's incredible.
I can only imagine. I'm definitely...
Like, you almost don't even realize how many of the greatest MCs of all time, you know what I mean, kind of made their name on that show. It's mind-blowing.
It's sick? Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely you got to check that, my man.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to see that.
But yeah, man, I'll let you go for the time being, though. Hopefully we get you back on the program when you're dropping Soul on Ice 3 or the new JMO Gang or both. Either or.
Yes, sir.
You're always welcome on the show, my man. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And before we get out, maybe just let the people know. I mean, you're pretty easy to find on all socials, but, just let them know how they can find you.
Okay, yeah, you can always, the best way to reach me is Instagram at RAS_KASS, or my Bandcamp, which is Bandcamp, raskass.bandcamp.com.
Dope, my man. Well, thank you once again for your time. Good luck with the finishing up of the next 2 albums, and I can't wait to hear them.
No doubt. Thanks, brother. You be good.
Yo, take care, my man.
Peace.
Cheers. Yo, what's up? It's your man, MLNY, Maloney, Breaking Records Radio. You know what it is. I'm just here to tell you guys right now that you want to, if any of my smokers out there, basically, any of my Canadian smokers, now that it's legal, what you got to do is you got to head over to thccollection.com and check them out. And make sure you use the promo code HIPHOP. That's HIPHOP, and that's all capital letters. Save 10% on every purchase that you make. Anytime. They got everything. They got deals every single day of the week, which include like free whatever with whatever you buy. And my favorite is Tulip Tuesday. You can get $100 ounces, and that's only on Tuesdays. And you save 10% on every purchase with the promo code HIPHOP, all caps. That's HIPHOP. So make sure you go over there, check them out. That's thccollection.com for all your good medible needs, for all your good greenery, your extracts, and all that good stuff.